If you're like me and have a ton of vintage doilies in your stash, then this video is for you. I'm going to be sharing some different ideas on how you can use these doilies in some craft ideas. Hey there, it's Donna. Let's get crafting. I have this cute little 3-inch doily. I have a piece of scrap fabric and some fiberfill. What I'm doing here is I'm just going to see how big I need to make my puff by taking the doily and just covering it, because that is what I'll be doing. And then I am going to be threading some needle with some crochet thread. And then I'm going to just tie a knot on one end just to prevent it from coming right out when I do use it to stitch. But first, I'm going to fold up my fabric in half again, and then creating a triangle. And I'm going to cut off that open end just in a rounded corner, as you see me doing there, and it will create a nice circle for you. So now I am going to start to stitch. So this fabric is going to be big enough to create a puff that will be covered up by my little doily, and I only need the top portion of the puff to be covered. All I'm doing here is creating a running stitch along the edge of my circle. You don't have to be perfect about this because this will be hiding. We're just doing this so we can create a pouch. Once you get to the end, you want to pull it a little bit, enough so you can add your fiber fill, and I'm going to just pull it tight again. I'm also going to be using this cute little wooden bowl that I got from the thrift store. I'm measuring to make sure the puff will fit inside that little wood bowl. And I can see I can fill this up a little bit more. I do want as much in here as I possibly can get. So I just went ahead and just filled it up a little bit more. And then I'm going to just go ahead and measure that again. You just want to make sure you don't fill it up so much that it won't fit in your wood bowl and it won't be too big for the doily to cover like you see me doing here. So I'm happy with that size and how much it's filled. So now I'm just going to go ahead and tie off my 2 ends of string and just cutting off any excess. So you can see how nicely that fits inside our cute little wood bowl and how it looks with the doily. It's going to fit really nicely. So I'm going to be attaching the doily to the top of our fabric puff. I'm using a combination of some Gorilla fabric glue. I'm just adding a little bit to the top. You don't need too much at this point. Just added some to the center, and then I'm going to press that center in the center of our puff, and I'm just going to gently dab it. Now I'm using the fabric glue because it provides a thinner layer. I find that hot glue can kind of get chunky, but I am using the hot glue on the bottom of our puff and placing that inside the wood bowl. That will help keep that in place, and I'm going to press that down until the hot glue sets a bit. And then on the edges of our doily here, I'm going to tuck them inside the wood bowl like you see me doing right here. I just wanted to make sure that you knew whereabouts you're going to be tucking that in. And then I'm going to glue the inside edge of our doily, press that onto the fabric, and then add more of the glue to the outside of the doily. And then there will be a contact between the doily and the wood. You don't need too much glue, just enough to help secure it into place. The glue will be hiding under the edge of the wood bowl. So I'm going to do that on each of the little scallops that I have, just being careful not to get too much glue. If you do, then you can easily wipe it off, at least on mine, because my little wood bowl does have a finish on it. It might be trickier if it's raw wood. You can just try and do your best to scrape that off. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to work around until I have the doily all tucked inside. So now, in case you were wondering what this is going to be, it is going to be for our pins. You can see how cute these little pearl pins go in there. It looks so pretty. I got this idea. I had seen a fabric one. I thought it would be so cute done with a doily. And for just an added little touch, I added some vintage buttons on top as well. So for this project, I'm going to be experimenting a bit with this really tight woven doily. I'm going to be trying out some matte decoupage glue mixed with some water. I went with approximately 2 parts glue to 1 part water. And I am just going to do an old-fashioned craft that we have all seen in the past. Typically, this is done with starch. But I didn't have any fabric starch on hand and I wanted to try it out using the decoupage glue. So all you're going to do is just put your doily in with your mixture. You're going to fully saturate this and then squeeze out any excess. This is going to be very messy, so you want to make sure you're working on a protective surface, and you're going to have to wash your hands off as you go along as well, just so you don't get anything else dirty. I'm using this glass clear bowl. It has a nice bottom to it. I really like it. I'm going to cover it up with some plastic wrap. I wanted to just protect the surface of my bowl so it doesn't get all dirty. And then all I'm going to do is take my wet, and again, I'm just removing the excess glue, but it's my wet doily, and I'm going to place it over top to create a bowl shape. So I am creating a trinket tray out of this tightly woven doily. So I do recommend that you try and get a doily that's as tight and weave as possible. It will help prevent things from falling through. This won't be used for anything super tiny. So this has dried overnight. I was okay with it, but I thought, you know what? I've got this triple thick glaze. I wanted to give that a try because I felt like it just wasn't sturdy enough. I didn't want to use too much of the decoupage glue because I felt like it would just look too clumpy. I don't know. Like I said, this was just an experiment. I wanted to see if I could really turn this into a nice usable dish. I diluted my glaze and I'm just applying it using a paintbrush. You could go in before just with this mixture and fully saturate it, but because I had already saturated this with my decoupage mixture, I decided to paint this on. So I gave it a full coat and I allowed it again to dry overnight. And one thing I did notice is that it yellowed. So I think that must have been from the varnish, but I was okay with that. I'm just going to go ahead and work with it. I'm releasing this now by just lifting the plastic wrap, and it popped off really easily. So you can see here, it is white on the inside and yellow on the underside. So I'm like, okay, that must have been the varnish. It still wasn't sturdy enough for my liking. So what I decided to try this time was just to go full strength with the glaze. So I'm going just placing it back onto the bowl and then going over the entire piece with the straight up glaze. There's no water added this time. I also gave a coat of this varnish on the inside of our little trinket tray. Again, it's just to really help with the stability of this doily so you can actually use it as a trinket tray. So I am generously applying it. I'm not coating it so much that it's going to plug up the holes and take away from the detail of this crochet pattern. I had to wipe down or brush down all the excess because it did kind of seep through the holes, so do keep that in mind. But I just allowed it again to dry well, and there is a bit of flexibility to it, but it is usable, as you can see me doing here. I absolutely love how this turned out, and I can't wait to use it at my bedside. This is a quick and easy project. I'm using this It's about 4 to 5 inch size doily, and I'm using this canvas bag that I got from Dollar Tree. I really like the style of this particular bag. I like that there's a zipper, and then you can also just use it as a cute little purse, and I wanted to decorate it. So I am going to be applying this doily to the front, and you can see it fits the front perfectly. So I'm going to be again using a combination of some hot glue as well as my Gorilla fabric glue. I'm adding a bit of fabric glue, Gorilla fabric glue, just in the center portion of our doily. I'm just adding some dollops here and there, and then I am going to take a card and I'm going to spread that out. I didn't add any to the edge of this at this point. You can if you'd like, but sometimes I like to have like that long-term hold that the fabric glue will give, and then that quick, fast hold that hot glue will give, just to help it to set up really, really well. And so now all I'm going to do is take my hot glue and run it a bead, just a thin bead along the edge of our doily. This will prevent it from lifting up. I am just using regular hot glue here, but you could use some fabric hot glue if you'd like, or just any glue that you would prefer to use. So I went all the way around the edge, and now it's time to decorate. I'm using a combination of some crocheted lace. I decided to add that on the zipper pull. I just felt like it just helped to bring this all together here, just adding another little touch of crochet here, and then I'm just going to trim off the excess. I just put it through the loop and tied a simple knot. Nothing fancy. You could just leave this or add a charm or add a cute little tassel, but I like that. And now I'm going to add this burlap flower that has a little crochet piece in the center. It is a sticker, so I'm just removing the backing, and I can't remember where I got these because I have had these in my stash for a long time. I'm just applying glue all the way around the edge. Again, I don't want any of my edges lifting because I do want this bag to be usable. I forgot at this point to remove this little bead, so I am going to try and remove that now. I'm going to be replacing it. I found this button in my stash and it happened to be the same color as the doily. Again, I thought it would just help to tie that color in. But before I do that, I am going to glue the edges of our little flower back down, and then I'm going to glue the button in place. This next step is optional. You could add a strip of some crochet lace at the top here. I personally didn't like how it was or how it looked. I thought it was a bit too much, so I removed it, but I just wanted to show you so you can see what that would look like. But isn't this a cute little bag? I thought it was kind of fun and whimsical and artsy. I think it would make a great gift as well. So this is a journal that I had made for myself last year, and I wanted to just add a little bit more to it here. It is a fabric journal. I will have the tutorial on how I made this down in the description box below for you to check out. You can see it's a nature journal. I thought it would be kind of cute to add a doily on the cover of this. So I'm going to show you what this white one looks like. I really like the open weave of this particular doily, but I also had this pretty pink one, and so I wanted to see how that would look too. I just recently picked this one up from the thrift store. I think that's gorgeous as well, but I felt like it covered too much of the fabric underneath, so I decided to go with the white one. But first of all, I needed to remove the contents of my journal, which is really easy. As you can see, I just had an elastic holding the signature in place. Just going to be using the same container that I had my Mod Podge or my decoupage and water mixture in. I'm using fabric glue for this particular project because I wanted it to be flexible. I'm adding some water. It's about 1:1, the ratio of this. I'm mixing it together really well. And just like that last doily, you want to make sure that you saturate it really well. So I'm squeezing out the excess, and then I'm gonna set it aside just for now, and I'm gonna go clean up my hands because I'm gonna be handling my journal and I don't want to get it covered up in glue. I'm opening up my journal cover here. I'm just pressing down the spine, and then I'm going to lay out my wet doily over the spine so that the doily will be on both sides of my journal cover. So I'm going to just spread it out and center it, and then to help it to adhere, I'm going to be just gently tucking that underneath here like you see me doing, and then on the top just making sure it's in place. I'll be taking another craft mat and putting it over top here in a second, but there was a few spots where I felt like there just wasn't enough adhesive, so I'm just going in and just adding a little bit more here and there where I felt it needed. And what it's going to do is help to bond to the fabric that's underneath. So here's that craft mat. I put it on top. I'm going to get some really heavy books and place those on top as well. And I let this sit overnight. And the doily ended up adhering to that fabric cover. It worked quite well. There was just a couple of spots where I ended up having to go in and hot glue the doily down. It was lifting right here. I guess I just didn't get enough of my glue in that spot, but I checked all the rest of my edges and they were holding down quite well. So I was really happy about that. I just took my fingers and just kind of flicked around the edges just to see how that was holding in place. I'm just kind of bending and working on the spine just a little bit, just to help it to become a little bit more flexible. But that was it. So now all I'm going to do is put the contents of my journal back into place. This was such an easy binding, just using an elastic like this, because then you can add to it, take it away, embellish your cover more, such as I did here. This is actually a beautiful journal. I had a lot of fun creating this, and I'm actually thinking I might make one for my garden because I have got a big project on the go for our backyard, and I think a journal like this would be really cool to document. I'm just using a clip here just to put these little pages back in, but you can see how absolutely beautiful that looks. I love that white doily because you can see all those beautiful fabric colors coming through the mesh look as well. Let me know what you think of this project. I have more vintage doily crafts for you to check out in this playlist right here. It's packed full of inspiration. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know what your favorite project was for the day down in the comment section, and we will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.